Now, have you ever had this problem where you had the dirtiest cartridge that you've ever seen and you just can't clean it with your fingers? Now, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how I clean these cartridges so that they'll be able to play properly on your Nintendo system. So stay tuned. Now, if you're new to my channel, my name is Chris and I am a reseller up in Toronto, Canada. Now, to clean this thing, I usually get a couple things and it doesn't take very long. The problem is right now when I put the game into a system like a Nintendo DS or a 3DS, it just doesn't get red. So I can tell right now from the side, like the inside right here, inside these cracks here. I'll try to see it. Can you see it? It's fairly dirty in there. So I gotta clean these up so that they're nice and clear and they'll be able to get detected. So I'm gonna need about 3 things, and I'm sure you'll be able to find them in your home. The first thing I get is vinegar. I usually get like a clear white vinegar, and then the next thing I do is get a Q-tip or a cotton swab, however you like to call it. And then the other thing I do is grab a toothpick as well. And just in case as well, if you want to be clean, you can get some tissue or paper towels so that you don't get your area messy. Alright guys, as you can see, I have my vinegar here, my cup of vinegar, my toothpicks right here, and then my Q-tips or cotton swabs, however you like to call them. And then I have my DS games. As you can see here, there's a little bit of, I don't know if it's rusting or corrosion here on the contact right here. And the rest seems to be okay here, but I want to try to see if I can clear that up here with a little bit of vinegar, and we'll see what happens. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to dip some of the Q-tip into the vinegar solution here, and I'm going to gently rub the contact area where it's affected. Now, just in case, what I'll probably do is I'll put a bit on each contact just to make sure they're nice and good here, nice and gentle as well. You don't want to put too much pressure. Now, these cotton swabs are not really ideal just because of how thick they are. So that's where the toothpick comes in handy here. So what I'll do is I'll dip a bit I'll dip the vinegar, or I'll dip the toothpick in the vinegar, and I will try to get some here. Now I don't want to press too hard with the toothpick because I don't want to scratch it at all. So I'm being really gentle when I'm putting it inside of the contacts here, just to make sure I can scrape off any type of other debris that could be blocking it, preventing it from being red here. Okay, so once I've done wiping it, I'm gonna let it dry off for a bit, pat it down, right, and then I'm gonna let it dry. Also, what I'm gonna do is I have these games, these two as well as these ones here. What I'll do is, if you actually stay tuned later on, I'll show you the difference of one that's really damaged before cleaning it and then one after cleaning it, so you can see the difference. So stay tuned for that. So this is one of my better games that I have. This is Pokemon Pearl, and if you look at the back of this one is like really not the greatest shape. The contacts are very, very dirty. So you can see it right now. That's what it is right now. So I'll clean it and then you'll see the difference afterwards. So I just pulled up Pokemon Pearl. As you saw from the beginning, in the back of this one was pretty bad. So after a while though, it's looking pretty shiny and it's looking pretty cleaned up. So I'll let this dry, and then what I'll do is I'll test it out in my DS to see if it starts working. Alright, I got my DS, so let's try this bad boy out, see if it works. Got my game, Pokemon Pearl. It is nice and dry. Let's go ahead and see if it gets detected now. I'm going to insert the game now. Mind you, this did not get detected at all when I put it in every time. So I cleaned it now. Bam, right away. That's what I'm talking about. Here you go, it's working. So now this game is ready to be listed and put onto eBay Canada so I can sell it for a profit. Alright guys, there you have it. That is how I clean my Nintendo DS cartridges. This is what I generally do to help me with getting it read again. I mean, if it's not this, that like after you clean it, then it might be something with the Nintendo DS itself that could be having a problem with reading it. So take a look at other cartridges you may have. If they're clean and they're not being detected, it may be something with the console itself. But other than that, I mean, hopefully you learned something from this, and if you did, hopefully you can give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And so that is it for now. I will see you on the next video. This is Third PCQ signing out. Peace out, guys.